going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 163 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. I'm your host, Ken Pescatore, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello, my man.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Hey, whoa, hey, there you are.
Yeah, I was trying to hide in the shadows. I was like a sneaky shadow Pokemon. Marshadow? I don't know. I was thinking Gengar, but it just didn't come out right.
Marshadow works better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mimikyu.
What's up?
Maybe. Not too much.
No,
not
Mimikyu.
too much. We had an awesome Zoom call to this Wednesday of ours. Yes.
No, it was good. We had some new faces on there, which was pretty rad, and we opened a bunch of TCG. It's becoming like a TCG fest. Like all we do is open cards.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not, but we're all going to go broke.
It's a lot of fun because we're just enjoying opening cards and enjoying opening them with others. Like that's
no, it's very cool. It's very cool. It's been awesome and a lot of fun. And we do our call, our Patreon exclusive Zoom call every Wednesday before we record Lured Up. So check out our Patreon if you want to come hang out with us, and you could pay to be our friends. Yay!
That's the worst way to look at it. You can hang out with us by supporting us and what we do every week.
On today's show, we'll do our weekly gameplay recap, including the end of the Unova celebration, the start of the Sinnoh celebration. We also had Drifloon Spotlight Hour and the return of Heatran to raids. Roselia is the featured February Community Day Pokémon. Yay! Said no trainer ever.
Hey, who doesn't want flowers for Valentine's Day?
I would say 99.9% of the Pokemon Go community. That's who. We'll talk about it. We're going to have a good little conversation about that. The Hoenn celebration has been announced, and it kicks off next week. We'll dig into what you can expect during that time. Trade distance has been temporarily increased, and it is the greatest thing ever. It actually starts the day you will hear this. So it hasn't started yet, but we love when they do this. I hope they do it more. But we'll talk about why that's important for this weekend specifically. And then we'll close the show with some open-ended conversations about a couple different topics that I think are, there's a lot of good feedback happening in the community right now. So we'll talk about a couple different things because there's definitely a lot of emotion going on right now. But we'll start with our recap and kind of what's become the standard fare in our weekly recaps here is that there's this overarching event peppered in with like our normal weekly like hour-long events, Spotlight, Raid Hour, all that. So since our last recording, we had the end of the Unova celebration. That was Shiny Snivy and Genesect with the Burn Drive. And then this week, we have the start of the Sinnoh celebration, which debuted Shiny Buizel along with Gibble in raids and Heatran in raids. We had Drifloon with Double Catch XP in the spotlight. And like I said, Heatran was back this week and was featured in today's Raid Hour. The Sinnoh Collection Challenge was a bit more challenging than the Unova Challenge, as it featured Shadow Stunky and Shadow Snover in the list. I really like that. The Sinnoh celebration is here until Sunday the 17th, so there's still some time to complete this from the time this podcast comes out. Definitely plenty to unpack here, Adam. Why don't we start with Unova celebration? I know last week's recording you had two Shiny Snivy, catching one of them during the recording. But how did you end up with the event? What are your thoughts on the whole Unova thing?
Unova was a lot of fun. I mean, I played, like I said, a lot less than I probably should have, but I'll admit I did do quite a few Genesect raids. I got invited to a lot of them, and I just kind of caved. I didn't get a single good one, though.
But, like, how did you feel doing multiple raids knowing it couldn't be shiny? Like, was there ever a time where you were thinking, like, I wish this could be shiny, or
Nope.
I feel more...
I
felt that the whole time.
I didn't have 100%, so just getting 100% would have done it for me.
See, I have 100% one with the standard drive, and it's like, really, for me, doing multiple Genesect, I was like, I really wish this was shiny. Like, I feel like I I don't know. I felt like I was doing my wallet a disservice by rating this thing so much, knowing that it couldn't be shiny. It was like just a weird feeling. I don't know. Many in my community too felt the same way. Like, raid hour last week for Genesect was kind of whack. The group got together. There was 10, 15 people that met, and a socially distanced, of course. But after like 2 raids, everyone was done. So it was, Heatran was a little bit different today because it could be shiny, and it's a much more relevant Pokemon when it comes to, usability against other raid bosses. But let's talk about Sinnoh. How's that? I mean, that's only been active now for about 48 hours. How's that been going for you?
Well, I've been hatching a few eggs at a time because I only have the single incubator, and I did get another incubator. I don't know, I just randomly bought one, and I've been hatching some eggs.
You bought one incubator, like a standalone single incubator? Oh my God.
Fight me later. Cash me outside. Value. Cash me outside. And I hatched one of my eggs that were from the Unova event. And wait, did I talk about the 100% Pharaoh seed last week? I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you? No, I don't think so. Was that what you were saying you're about to hatch, 100% Pharaoh seed?
Yeah, I hatched that, and then, I don't know. I don't know where I was going. No. So, tasks. I had tasks left over from the Unova celebration.
Okay.
That's what it was. And I'm going through, and I caught a whole bunch of them, and I got 100% Oshawott.
From research?
From research. And so I'm like, okay, this event's going good so far. And then we had the Spotlight Hour.
Drifloon.
Yes, which kind of took away from, the Sinnoh stuff. So I couldn't catch any cool shinies. I was sad. I was sad, boy. And
see, but what do you think about the choice for the Spotlight? We've had Drifloon shiny before. We've had a Drifloon event before with the Halloween catch thingy. So this is kind of like the third time that Drifloon, it just seemed like a weird choice.
Yeah, I will say it did seem like a weird choice, but it is what it is. And I absolutely love the yellow shiny. And you know what? I got one.
During the event?
During the event.
Oh, okay. See, that's cool. No, it's definitely a good shiny, but what I was bothered by was its double catch XP, and that's a tough fucking excellent throw. Like Snover and all that, I was hitting excellent throws 99% of the time. With Drifloon, I was not. I was struggling to get even a single excellent throw. It was such a pain in the ass. So I couldn't really capitalize on the double XP. But I was doing it for the XP, not for the Pokemon. And that, I guess that's okay, because you have the two options, the bonus or the Pokemon itself. So it's either one or the other. Sometimes on, if there's a shiny that's available, plus it's Stardust bonus, it's great because then you could take advantage of both, and you're focused on both of those things. With this one, I really wasn't too high on the Pokemon itself, but I'll take the XP. I mean, that's one cool thing about XP right now. Because of the level cap increase, everyone's interested in XP again.
Yes, which is fantastic.
That's cool.
Because before, XP was just kind of like, do I care? No. Should I care? No. But wait, what if we get an increase?
And all those people like me, yeah, exactly, that were like, I'm never going to stop with the XP. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to continue using Lucky Eggs. I'm going to keep friending and all that stuff. And, now it's like I have a little bit more of a relaxed position I could take on the XP. But I love XP, man. I hope that, once I hit level 50 and get through all the tasks and all that bullshit, I will continue to use Lucky Eggs just like I have since day one. I totally enjoy the XP grind. So it's really cool seeing that again, and seeing the community kind of back on the XP thing. And it's funny because so many people have Discord names or Twitter names that were level 40 times 5, level 40 times 6. And it's now they kind of have to alter it a little bit where it's they can still keep their level 40 times, but it's there's got to be an asterisk next to it because there's so much more that goes into it once you get beyond the XP. But
exactly.
I think think it was Jamal was saying on the patron call last week. He was just like, I'm good. I'm done with XP. Oh no, it was Heracross Boss. He's like, yeah, I'm good on XP now. He's like, open my egg whenever, open my gift whenever, because he surpassed the 176 million that's required for level 50. So he was like, I'm good. I'm totally good.
One last thing, as far as the Sinnoh celebration goes, I was able to catch a shiny Floatzel already.
Oh, well, Weasel.
Oh, I don't know. See, in my brain, it's I'm in the TCG, and the only card that comes to mind is like the Floatzel SP, or like the level X Pokemon.
The Weasel is a good looking shiny.
I love its little raft thing cool. on his head. It's just completely white.
The raft is inflatable.
Yes,
his little his survival tube. Yeah, no, that's a good look. I think JT Gilly posted one on Twitter that he had caught, and I was like, oh shit, that's a good looking shiny. It was the first time I actually saw it in game, which was pretty cool. But all right, good. So you got some fucking shinies over the past week and a half.
And
that's
I will
nice.
say it's I've played the game a lot less than I normally do. And I don't want to say that has something to do with it, but that's how it feels.
The conspiracy. No, I've been playing my normal amount, and I go plus the Weedle the other day, shiny.
Oh, Weedle gang.
I know. That's about it. But no, Adam, I do want to get your thoughts on this, and we can revisit this towards the end of the episode when we have our little conversation. But the Kanto Tour is now a little over a month away. It's like a month and a week away. Now, we're going through all these regional celebrations, Johto, all this shit. What is Niantic going to have to do to keep this momentum in season 2, like the next season, after the season of celebration? Because we've had all these regional celebration events. They're going to go away. They can't continue to do these regional events. Like it's going to have to be something, right? Where during the week, there's this, like I said, the overarching event that covers the whole week. And then we still have our spotlights, our community day, our raid hours. But they're going to have to bring back other weekly themed events, right? Like it's got to be something. I don't know. They're running out of regions to do these celebrations.
Right.
But
we're going to have a new season. There's going to be new Pokemon in the pool. So they can recycle essentially these events as new events because they have new Pokemon in them.
Yeah, but not regionally, though. They can't say, okay, we're going to do another Kanto celebration in April, or we're going to do a Unova celebration in April.
Well, you got to think that these are all in part to the 25th celebration. So because like in like Pokemon in general, the 25th anniversary is coming up soon. So
right, February 27th.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have an event, something tied in there. Like Pokemon's just going to go off the rails. And like I said before, this is a well-oiled machine. They know exactly what they're doing, and they have plans, and they're not going to let the game slip. They're not going to let the game take a turn for the worst.
They just have to do something different. Like we're so trained right now to have these regional celebrations because we've had them for 3 weeks now. We've got 3 more weeks of them coming up, and then you have Kanto.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have new raid bosses. We're gonna have all these new Pokemon that have potential shinies. You know what I mean? Like, there's just too much. There's too much.
No, it's too much. No way. I fucking love it, and I think that coming into the spring months, I'll be more. I'm going to be excited because, like you said, there's going to be that vanilla seasonal pool shift, and it's like, when can I catch my fucking Axu? You know what I mean? Like, I still need Axu, and it's like, I don't know when that Pokemon will be available at what time. And it's like, is it even available now? It's like, I hope they give us more information. I hope they use the collection challenges to kind of guide us to letting us know what's available in a specific season. You know what I mean? Like, they have a collection challenge for the whole season. We were talking about that last week. I think that would be a cool idea, but without, tipping their hat.
I just want to say that I remember our conversation with the Unova celebration. Was it too easy? about the collection stuff. And like, it took you a little bit for the herdier, I guess, we had discussed that. But
right.
This actually felt challenging. It made you have to play the game a little bit more than you would just catching. Like you have to interact with the rockets in order to get the Shadow Snover or the Shadow Stunky. And I absolutely commend Niantic on that, because not only do I have to be engaged more, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Like catching all the Pokemon right off the bat, I was like, I'm pretty sure I caught all of them, like within the first couple hours. And then it was like right the away. Shadow ones. I'm like, boom, I got an Aerodactyl. I was like, what is this? The next one, I got a Cloyster. I was like, what is this? The next one, I got a Stunky. I was like, okay, cool. I got a Stunky. Now I'm still on the hunt for the Snover. So it's like, cool, I've got 3 days to make it happen. So it's forcing me to have to play the game. And I like it.
All right. It's interesting that you said the word forced. And I wanted to talk about that because I'm with you. I thought this was great. And for my collection personally, the Stunky and the Snover were the last two I needed. So it definitely took me longer to find those than the others. So in like our, little influencer circle that we have with all the other creators, John from Ghost Stadium shared some feedback, and he was just like, hey, we've heard that people were kind of bummed out that the Team Go Rocket stuff was attached to the collection challenge. Again, people are still trapped inside. They can't get out. Like, I understand all that. But it seemed like from our community, it was the opposite. People liked the fact that the shadows were in there. I kind of hope that they do more of this and even make it more challenging than what we're seeing. Like, I think they're moving in the right direction. But I'd be interested in hearing from the podcast community what everyone thinks of them adding the Team Go Rocket stuff to the collection challenge. I'm with you, Adam, though. I thought it was awesome.
I just hope they don't say like, oh, catch a shadow this, and then it's like not even in the pool of shadow Pokemon to get.
Well, obviously it'll be in the pool. But,
well, right, but you say that, and then like we have that event with Dino and.
Well, they won't.
I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But
Niantic Cat strikes again.
I caught my Snover, which was the last one I needed, off a balloon. So it was great. I was at raid hour when it happened at 6 o'clock. The 6 o'clock balloon had the Snover. But if I was home, that would have been great because I wouldn't have had to go out to stop specifically to get that Pokemon because the Pokemon came to me. And even if I didn't catch it today, I would have still had 2 or 3, obviously you're not up 24 hours of the day, but you have 2 or 3 more chances every day until the event ends to get balloons. I think it's a fair thing. And again, no one wants to not complete the challenge. That's a not so feel good moment, but I like the challenge. I hope they make things harder. I hope they put rarer Pokemon that make you hunt. I don't know. I totally like it. I totally like it.
I don't necessarily agree with like rarer Pokemon, but Pokemon that you like have to like encounter, even if they're like, if they say like hatch a 2K egg, like that's just one of the things to collect, like one of the event themed 5Ks or something, like that's doable. And it goes with the core of the game, getting you physically active.
Like instead of a Pokemon in the collection list, it's just like a colored egg, like showing you a 2K egg, a 5K egg. Like that's kind of cool,
like,
actually.
Or
too.
like an event themed egg, so it like has to be a 5K that you spun from a stop or something.
Well, an egg, an egg obtained from the event. It has to be like a timestamp. I don't know, something like that. I like that. But I was going back and forth with John from Ghost Stadium, and I even said like, because he was saying, oh yeah, you can kind of scale this where like. Rather than say, like, all right, you need a Stunky, like, just say you need to defeat a Grunt and capture any Shadow Pokemon. I kind of like the specifics because it makes it challenging. But then he's like, you could even scale it to where you need to catch a Leader's Pokemon or Giovanni's Pokemon, something like that. And I was like, see, now we're talking about it. Now it's getting cool. Because now there's I'm desperate for challenge in this game that's not associated with Go Battle League. Because for me right now, there's nothing really challenging except Go Battle League. That's where I find all my challenge, my opportunity, all that stuff is in GBL. Everything else is just smooth sailing. So I like more challenge. I want that, but yeah, I'm loving the collection events. It was such an awesome. Even Mackle on the patron call today was just like, I love this. He goes, it's not even that it's easy. It's just fun because it's fresh.
Yeah, and it makes you, like I
totally
said,
dig
it makes you play the game. Like, you have to actually participate.
Yep.
It's not just tap and click to see if it's shiny. It's, oh, I have to actually battle.
Yeah, I like it. All right, shifting our perspectives here, we have the surprising and honestly a little bit of a disappointing move.
Says you.
Roselia as the chosen February Community Day Pokemon. And let's get through the info on the event itself, and then we'll talk about our feelings and all that good shit.
We'll talk about your feelings.
So, Sunday, February 7th, which also happens to be Super Bowl Sunday. And I think that this is the second community day that's been on a Super Bowl Sunday. I would not be watching the Super Bowl. It doesn't affect me at all, but there's been plenty of people I've seen on Twitter that are like, it's on fucking Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not going to play. So that sucks. And again, it's a global game. It's going to be hard to not have scheduling conflicts with real world shit that's going on, holidays, events. So I understand, but I don't think there was any holidays on Saturday the 6th. Like, why not just make it on Saturday? Like, why conflict with, your American player base? A lot of people watch the fucking Super Bowl. So it's like, yeah, you could play from home, but I don't know. We'll get to Community Day. I think that has a lot to do with it. The event does have a pretty unique perk in that Roserade will be able to learn the fast attack Bullet Seed and the charged attack Weather Ball, fire type Weather Ball. So 2 moves available. And this absolutely benefits Roserade that are made during the Community Day event. However, let's say you've been sitting on a Roserade for a while and you want to build it, you want to spec it out, and you want these moves. That means that you're going to have to use an Elite Fast TM and an Elite Charge TM, kind of like a Charizard situation. Like, you want that Blast Burn, Dragon Breath. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to use the Elite Fast and Elite Charged. So that kind of sucks if you already have an existing Roserade. Whereas if you have a new Roserade that you're evolving during the event, you immediately get these 2 moves. Existing ones, you're going to have to use 2 Elite TMs. That's rough. That's kind of rough.
Yikes.
The Community Day box is going back to a single Elite TM. It's a Fast TM this time. Last month we had the Elite Fast and Elite Charged in the box. The box is going to include 30 Ultra Balls, 4 Incense, 4 Super Incubators. Okay. It's hard to put a value on the Elite Fast TM because it means so much to battlers and stuff like that. So it's just so overpriced to me. There's going to be the optional $1 special research. It's called Stop and Smell the Roselia. So fucking original. Or which, if you purchase the Kanto Tour ticket by February 3rd, is included in the bundle. Now, here's where things get a little bit more interesting, and we'll kind of lead into our conversation here. Badoo is going to be hatching from 2K eggs. Now, obviously, Badoo evolves to Roselia, evolves to Roserade. So Badoo is hatching from 2Ks, and the bonus for the event, along with 3-hour incense, is quarter hatch distance. So that being said, does this kind of make this like another egg event in disguise? Because we've seen this before where there's like a full event, but really what it comes down to, the chase, is behind an egg wall. A lot of people already have the shinies. They want the Badoo. So now they're going to be using super incubators on fucking 2K eggs with quarter hatch distance. You'll be able to turn them over so quick, but it kind of feels like this, I don't know, sleight of hand with this feeling like an egg event. What do you think? Well, let's start from the top. What do you think about the choice of Roselia?
I think it's fine. I don't have an issue with it, personally. I think the thought of it being, so close to Valentine's Day, it's flowers on Valentine's Day. We're not gonna have a Valentine's Day event, so we're gonna have pink Pokemon again. Like I can just sense it. I can feel it in my jellies. We're going to have Chansey. We're going to have Love Discs. We're going to have, like, we're going to have that stuff. So just breathe. It'll be okay. It's just a game. I love my, like, just go with the flow mentality lately because it's, I don't know, it's just helped me so much. But I'm fine with it. I am excited for a good PvP Roselia. So, or Roserade. But I'm just excited for it, so.
But look at it like this, Adam. Only one Community Day Pokemon in the last 9 months has been a new shiny, like a debuted shiny on Community Day. And that was Porygon back in September. All the months around that leading up to this have been Pokemon that were already shiny. That's where it has nothing to do with Roserade. It has nothing to do with the moves, the bonuses. It's the fact that this is a recycled shiny. And that term, recycled shiny, is something that's been thrown around in the community so much lately because people aren't happy with this decision. Because for me, the allure of Community Day is to get a new shiny. So when you're telling me, come to Community Day and catch a shiny that you already have 20 of, it's like...
Yeah, but that could be for anything that's in raids. Oh, we're going to have a Timber Community Day. And then everybody's butt hurt because they spent so much money on raiding him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
That's why you could take a rando Pokemon like fucking Hoppip that isn't relevant in PvP. It doesn't have a huge, fan following, but it's a new shiny, so that's what the allure is.
Listen, I just want a Hoot. Can we get a Hoot Community Day?
That's fine. That's what I'm saying.
Is it fine? Because somebody would find something wrong with that. They'd be
of course they would.
Be like, oh, Noctowl can't even be used in Great League.
But at least it's a new shiny. That's what I'm saying. And that kind of leads me to this question. Has Community Day in general lost its luster? You know what I mean? It's like, of course, not being able to play outside with groups and all that stuff. That's one thing. But have the Pokemon over the past 6-8 months just not been exciting to hold the weight of Community Day?
Wait, you're telling me Magmar and Electabuzz were not exciting? Those were not.
They were.
I understand they came out like
existing shinies.
I understand that, but like I saw nobody complain about that. They were freaking excited.
What? No, they weren't. They were like, these shinies already came out. Charizard again, or Charmander again. Fucking
yeah, but people wanted that. That's what they wanted.
Magikarp.
They spoke with their wallets. Just look at the TCG. I want my Charizard. I'm gonna open thousands of packs to get it. People love their Charizards. That
Community Day is in trouble, in my opinion. I think that they have to do something with Community Day to bring this back to life. And I think that Square One is featuring a fucking fresh shiny. Because anything you do on a Community Day, no matter how cool it is, giving 2 exclusive moves, whatever it may be, you're still tarnishing that because you're right out of the gate, you're using a recycled shiny. It's like for a lot of people, the buck stops there. It's just like, oh, it's a recycled shiny. I'm not going to play. And that breaks my heart.
I don't know. Like even things in gyms, though, like Ragnarola or I don't know, whatever it is. Like, I don't personally have a shiny one of those. If they made a Community Day with Ragnarola, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go. But like, other people have caught that. So everybody plays this game differently. Everybody has different shinies. Not every single player has Roselia.
But you don't associate Community Day with getting a new shiny?
Getting a shiny?
See, I associate it with a new shiny.
People go hard on Community Days. People catch other shinies other than the typical shiny Pokemon on Community Days because they put down a lure and something else pops up.
Believe me, I get it. I just think that out of the gate, a recycled shiny dulls the entire event.
How cool would it be to have a Clink Community Day? that gold color.
No.
Give me Shinx. Give me Clink. I love that gold.
No. All
right, you say no, I say gold.
Wow. See, if they did like a Shinx or a Clink, I would like.
Yeah, but they've only been like that's the thing. They've only been in raids. Okay, yes, there's okay in eggs, but still, they've been in
new
raids.
trainers doesn't matter. New trainers doesn't matter, but existing trainers, the hardcore, the whales, they've been putting money into those raids for fucking years.
Did you just call them Kyogres?
Yes, and it's like I would be pissed if they said Community Day is going to be Shinx or Clink.
I'd be like, all right, let's go.
No, put those Pokemon in a spotlight hour. That's a Pokemon that, like, Community Day, fresh shiny. Spotlight hour, recycled shiny. That's acceptable because the rates aren't going to be pumped up in the spotlight hour. They're still full odds. You're just catching a higher quantity. I like that. Community Day, Community Days have become out of control. They're 6 hours long. People are leaving with fucking 80, 90 shinies. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't think that the community has been crazy vocal. Even like creators were like getting in front of it going like, this is a shitty decision. Mystic 7 said something like, I can't believe this is the Pokemon we get during the month of, the 25th anniversary. Reversal was like, this is the worst decision, the worst community day ever in the history of Pokemon Go.
Y'all need to stop and smell the Roselia. That's all I'm saying.
God. What about Super Bowl? Does that bother you at all?
I do not watch sports. My brother does, so it'll affect him, but not me. So I'm not worried about it.
And what about Badoo?
But do you really care?
That's for me, absolutely.
Because I have a shiny Badoo. I also have a shiny Roselia. But I would be excited to hatch a Badoo. I'd be excited to catch shiny Roselia.
I think it's a feels bad situation when you're using super incubators on 2Ks in any capacity.
Don't use a super incubator.
I only have super incubators.
Don't use it. Buy some regular ones.
Fuck that. They don't come in bundles like they should. Remember those boxes back in the day? Oh, man. Remember before super incubators were a thing?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
No, there's a lot of good topics here. Let us know what you think because, personally, I don't mind it being Roselia. I don't care, but the community at large, not so much. And I have to lean towards the side of the community on this and say, like, it's a fucking recycled shiny. So why does the conversation need to go any further? It's a recycled shiny. All right,
I'm just saying it's a game.
Oh, Adam,
don't let it
so level-headed.
Don't let it ruin your day. It's a game. Don't let it ruin your life. God. Don't let it ruin your day. I don't know what's gotten into me lately, but yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with that. You're like the guy from Office Space that gets hypnotized to everything's going to be all right, and then just lets it ride. It's like everything's all right.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine. All right. We were talking about the celebrations. We have our next celebration, the Hoenn celebration. That's going to be running from January 19th through January 24th. Per the usual format, Hoenn Pokemon will be appearing more frequently in the wild, eggs, raids, and research. In the list of raid Pokemon is Spinda, so that's pretty cool. I think people will be going after that. It's a 1-star. They've done a good job. Like Gibble is in raids right now in 1-star raids.
The question is, will they be all the different?
That's the thing. What Spinda will it be, and what shinies will be available?
I think it would be absolutely insane and awesome if Niantic threw out every single one of these Spindas.
And they could all be shiny?
Yes.
That would be fucking
awesome. Because just imagine the amount of money because everybody wants every one of the shinies in the different color patterns. That's absurd. That's like the whole Pavilion argument.
No, that does sound awesome. Not for my wallet, but that would make me raid the shit out of Spinda. But I thought that was one of the cool ones that's in the raid pool, so that's good. There's going to be a new collection challenge in the Today View. And in an interesting spin here of the whole event, there's no new shiny, but instead you're going to be able to evolve up to Metagross and learn its old Legacy Community Day move, Meteor Mash.
What the heck? I'm upset about this. This is ridiculous. Why am I not getting a new shiny?
So Meteor Mash is one of the most sought after 2018 Community Day moves. So Niantic had promised, don't worry, in 2021 we'll be reintroducing these moves. This is how they're doing it. So just like Community Day, you evolve during the event window, your Metagross will learn Meteor Mash. I like this. I think this is really cool. And this is a great time if you have a Shadow Metagross. Hopefully you TM'd away frustration. Put fucking Meteor Mash on it. That's a badass Pokemon. Shadow Metagross with Meteor Mash? Hell yes. We're also going to have timed research that will task us with catching 2 Kyogre and 2 Groudon, which are going to be the 5-star raids during the event. And if you complete all the timed research tasks, you will encounter a Rayquaza that knows the exclusive charged attack Hurricane. So that's fucking awesome. There's also going to be a free bundle in the shop containing 3 remote raid passes to make raiding Kyogre and Groudon a little easier. All right, Adam.
And if you're lucky, you might even get a shiny Rayquaza.
If you're lucky, you might even get a shiny Aron. Like, I hate when they fucking
they use the word extremely
shinies.
Lucky. So it's going to be like a 0.001% chance. So good luck.
But what do you think of this compared to like Sinnoh and Unova? Like, Metagross is the real winner here, right? Of this event. I mean, that's.
I am not excited about Metagross. I already have like 8, 9 plus Metagross.
Do you have a Shadow one with Meteor Mash?
I don't think so, but I also don't have a good one. Do you know that like Shadow Pokemon have like a terrible IV rating?
Who cares about IVs, man? What is this? Fucking PvP? Just fucking build it.
Yeah, but if it's a 1-1-1, okay, Shadow doesn't make it better than my 15, 100% fully powered maxed out, okay? I'm not going to invest that into something that's a 1-1-1. Get out of here with that garbage.
The Shadow Pokemon looks cooler.
Get out of here with that garbage.
Therefore, it's better.
It's garbage.
No, but how do you feel about no new shiny? Does that matter?
No.
Nah.
But
nah.
What does matter is that we're getting Rayquaza.
Yeah, but it's one Rayquaza.
I don't care.
You know what I mean?
That's the highlight. That's the catch. And it's got an exclusive move. So basically, if you catch it and you have best friends with somebody or lucky friends with somebody, just hold on to it. Make that trade now.
Yeah,
make sure that they know that like when you get it, we are trading. Just
that's a good mirror trade for sure.
Get a powerful Hurricane Rayquaza, TM, get it the other move that it needs. I don't know which one it is off the top of my head, but just trade it.
No,
with a lucky friend.
That's a good one.
But
and
trade
you don't have to raid the
one.
Rayquaza. It's going to be just a regular encounter, so it won't run. You know what I mean? Like,
so you can hold on to that.
I love this. You could hold on to it if you wanted, I guess. No, it's timed research.
Okay, so you can't hold on to it. Just catch it. Just catch it. Got to catch them all.
Free bundle with 3 remote raid passes. Can't argue with that.
That is awesome. I wish they were still doing like the 1 per week. That would have been cool.
Adam, I don't know if you went to the link in the show notes here to the actual Hoenn Celebration page, but if you haven't, go to it really quick. And everyone, look in our description, go to the Hoenn Celebration landing page. I don't mean to be a stickler here, but the key art, the actual artwork for this event is so terrible. It's so fucking terrible. It's like this beautiful background picture with a stream and trees and all that stuff, and it literally looks like someone just put stickers of Pokemon all over it.
It's like, not that bad.
Dude, look at the fucking Wurmple in the tree. That Wurmple is just, it looks like when you don't have AR plus on and you just put a.
Listen, the Wurmple is fine.
It's so bad, dude.
What's the worst thing that I see in here?
The Skitty has like 1 foot hanging into the water.
Yes, but it's
so
like
bad,
hands
dude.
are up. It's a mood. It's a total mood.
If you look at the Sinnoh Celebration art, you see like the Pokemon's feet are behind the blades of grass. Like it's actually, integrated into the background. This is like just fucking Pokemon images, like the normalization of the color patterns of the Pokemon. Like it literally looks like someone had a sticker book and just put stickers of Pokemon on top of a photo.
It looks fine. You've got Seviper and Zigzagoon in the background, and they are looking at each other and fighting.
Zangoose.
Zigzagoose. It's a Zigzagoose. And
it's so bad, dude.
And listen,
it's so bad.
The only one
it's
that
AR. It's a regular AR mode photos.
Listen, the only thing I don't agree with, like to your point, where the image is bad, is the slacking, or like whatever, it's a slack off, or whatever the basic form is. He's like sideways. He's at an angle on the tree.
Dude,
just hear me out. If he was on the ground, I'd feel like he was in a better place. Put Skitty in a tree. That's more realistic.
Oh, dude, if you look at like the Sinnoh celebration image, you've got like the Pokemon prancing around. You got Bidoofs, drinking water, and I don't know. I've never really been a stickler for this kind of shit, but when I saw this, I was like, eesh, this looks like it was
rushed,
pushed out the fucking door. Yeah.
Well, okay, so what it looks like is, now hear me out on this, okay? The highlighted Pokemon of the things that like you need to pay attention to is like the Gulpin, which doesn't make any sense. The Absol, Zangoose, Seviper, Routes, and Mawile. Those look like they were all intentional. They look like they have all been placed there beforehand, and like they had the idea that Absol would be looking down at other Pokemon. But all of the other Pokemon were never in the image, and they were supposed to be. So like somebody came and was like, hey, this is what I have. I know my homework's not done, but will you accept it? And they're like, you need to fix it right now. You have 5 minutes. And they were like, oh.
It's like PNG images of the Pokemon just slapped on top of the background.
Right.
I'm such a jerk for calling this out. I'm like the biggest asshole, but I couldn't look past it. It was, and I know I'm a jerk, and I apologize to the artists, but I couldn't help it. It really is bad.
The only thing, it's like, it looks like it was half done when they brought it to like,
I'm such a dick.
They like brought it to work thinking they would have time to get it done. And they didn't have time to get it done, so they just added a couple pictures of Pokemon. That's what it looks like.
I don't know. All right, well, Adam, let's take a little break.
Yes, I need some water. I am like
40 minutes in. I know. We've been doing a lot of celebrating. There's a lot of celebration stuff going on. No, but we'll take a little break. When we come back, we got a couple bits of miscellaneous news, and then got a couple topics. I just want to have a little conversation and see where your head's at with a couple things. But you ready to take a break?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, we'll be back right after this. And we're back
to celebrate.
We are celebrating. Celebrate
Pokemon times with us.
All right, a little bit of housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Ace Trainers, Adrock, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Carol, Chris, Cody, Eric, Garrett, GStacks87, Griggle788, Harry, Heracross Boss, James, J. Mackle, Jolt Switch, Justin, Ken, Lady Goobly Meat, Lynchbot, Malachi, Mike M. Pitts, Pokenabot, Purple Pancakes, Ricky, Sam, Smeatwad, The Joker, The Noise, and Wood Woes Wolf. Thank you all so much for your support. Really appreciate it. A huge shout out to our gym leader tier patrons: Absolutely Ryan, Dig Dug Rob, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, MD, Talon, Tish, and TN Comics Wiz. And of course, a ton of love to our executive producer, Paul Bhatt. And a big thanks this week to our two new patrons, both joining at the Discord tier, Corey and Chris. Thanks again for your support. We really appreciate it so much. Oh, so much.
So very
but
much.
if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. And finally, our merch store is live, PokemonProfessor.com/merch. You can also check out our new Show Your Colors line of merch. I'm very proud of it. It's basic. It's clean. I like it a lot. PokemonProfessor.com/show-your-colors. All right. A couple bits of miscellaneous news here. Trade distance. I mentioned this at the top of the show. It has temporarily been increased to 40 kilometers. This is running Friday the 15th through Monday the 18th, this weekend only. And I'm sure they're doing this because Machop, is one of those Pokemon that when you trade it and evolve from Machoke to Machamp, if it's a traded Pokemon, it doesn't require any candy investment. So this makes sense. They want people to go out and play on Community Day, and now you can trade those Pokemon and save your candy. So just make sure you take advantage of that. I want your thoughts here, again, because you've been the voice of reason recently. But how do you feel about Shroomish?
I feel like it's like a mushroom thingy. And I feel like it's okay.
You're prepping a fucking dad joke somewhere. I could tell that you're trying. You're trying so
that's
hard
not what
to
I was
find.
doing. No, I know next Tuesday we have Shroomish coming up for the next Spotlight Hour, which is double catch candy or something. And I understand it's not a shiny possibility, but at the same time, it's like we did have that event way back when where if you evolved it into the Breloom, you got like a grass knot. I believe that's
right.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it's like we've already had something like this. It'd be nice if like we've already got that. So like why couldn't I just have that when I evolve? Like if it's not something shiny, give me a reason to like want to play. And I understand there's always the gifts and stuff, but this would be cool. You know, just saying like, oh hey, instead of any bonuses, like when you evolve it, hey, you're gonna get this move. It's a nice way to give back those moves that we can't get or that they're harder to get.
Well, you got to use an Elite TM.
All right. Well, anyways.
Well, look.
It's missable. And that's what I like about Spotlight Hours is like, even if it's recycled shinies, even if it's, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's missable. I normally work every Tuesday, so I've missed a bunch of these.
But get this. Why wouldn't they put a bonus that would make it more enticing, like double catch XP or double catch Stardust? That way, regardless of the Pokemon, people will still want to play for the bonus. So it's like, not only can
candy is not appealing, let me tell you.
Well, it could be, but not fucking Shroomish candy. That's like the last time they did double candy, it was on the Adventure Pikachu Spotlight. Who the fuck needs Pikachu candy? But, however, if this was double Stardust or double XP, then people that don't care about Shroomish...
That's what I'm saying. If there was a way to get this like a move instead of candy, like this came out when? Like we don't need more candy for this guy.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like you said, we do have Machop Community Day coming up. It's Saturday the 16th. I'm super excited for it. I know my brother's excited for it because his favorite Pokemon is Machamp. So, I mean, I already have a ton of shiny ones from GoFest. So it's right. It's not like, I need any more. I have 100% Shadow Machamp fully maxed out. Well, I mean, legit. Not XL. So it will definitely be hunting for the XL candies. That's a huge one. We're going to actually get Stardust as well. So it's
triple Stardust. Fucking triple Stardust,
so
dude.
Stardust,
that's legit.
Star Piece, and catching high CP ones and trading the crap out of them is going to be my goal. So if you're out there in my community and you want to trade, just hit me up.
I have 200% level 40 Machamps. I would love to get enough candy to power up both of these motherfuckers to level 50. That would be amazing. So for me, it's not about Machop. Again, recycled shiny. But at least with this one, we have triple Stardust to make you want to catch regardless of the Pokemon. And that Candy XL is highly relevant here because Machamp is so relevant in raid situations. So you want that level 50 Machamp because it's going to kick ass in raids.
But hear me out. If we had these two Pokemon and they were reversed, that would be exciting.
What do you mean, like
Shroomish be shiny for Community Day?
Sure, because it would be a new shiny on Community Day.
And Machop feels just like it should have been a Spotlight Hour.
Just like I said before, put the new shiny in Community Day and the recycled shiny in Spotlight Hour or a bigger event. That's
and I do understand that. I'm not taking that away. I am just saying that, like, you know, again, it's just a game, you know, and I feel like we've already had a Shroomish
Adam,
Spotlight.
Every time you say it's just a game, I die a little inside.
I'll just think about all the hours and the time you put into this game and all the hours you put into organizing and tagging your Pokemon.
Yo, no one can mess with my tagging
The amount
system.
of time you spend with those Pokemon, Ken, you might as well have them start paying rent too.
You can search by tag in the search bar now. So it's so good. It's so good. It was all worth it. What about Payback? Machamp can learn Payback during Community Day. Does that matter? It's a dark type move.
It doesn't tickle my fancy, if you will. I understand that it gives it coverage to like Psychic and stuff, but it's already.
I'm not using it. I'm not using it in PvP. I'm not using it in PvP. So, but Payback is interesting in the main series. I don't think we're going to see any special functionality out of Payback. It'll just be a normal, damage inducing attack. Maybe they'll make it increase attack, like an attack buff, because it's if you in the main series, if you use Payback after receiving damage, you would do the damage for Payback plus inflict the damage that was inflicted on you. So that's the Payback, quote unquote, Payback version.
That's like mirror move. I like that.
So I don't know what will happen here. I doubt it'll have any of that, but that would be kind of neat. I don't know, but I'm not using it in PvP, so I don't really care about the dark coverage. So it's all about Stardust and Candy XL for me this weekend, for sure.
And just to wrap up miscellaneous stuff, Johto Celebration, I know it's a ways away, but it's going to run from January 26th to the 31st.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. Keep that in your back pocket.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh, it's like, keep that in mind when we get our recycled Lugia and Ho-Oh again. And everyone's so excited to raid those.
We just had Ho-Oh, didn't we?
Oh, I can't wait to read it again, though.
All right. As we wrap up the show, couple topics I want to just bounce around, some ideas. We'll spitball a little bit. And, of course, the first one has to be Community Day. And I want to know what you think this event needs to do in order to revive itself. I just feel like Community Days don't have the impact that they used to have. Now, obviously, this is because of not being able to get the community together, but what does Niantic need to do during the time that we can't get together? They got to do something for Community Day.
So to spice it up.
It can't be recycled Chinese. It's got to be, that's a given.
So listen, hear me out. Give us a twofer, okay? I understand you want us to have one spotlighted Pokemon during Community Day. But what if, hear me out, what if they gave us like a stage 1 with a new shiny? So like, a Shroomish. They gave us a Shroomish that can be shiny and the odds are boosted. Boom, cool.
Okay.
And then they give us something else that's recycled, but the odds aren't necessarily better for that Pokemon. But when you evolve that Pokemon, you get, the exclusive move that's recycled. You know
so
what I mean?
Like it would be something like they give us Machop like they are now, but they would also allow us to evolve Metagross and get Meteor Mash.
Correct. But it would be like more like, the shiny odds for like the Shroomish are super hot boosted and high because they're new, but the other Pokemon that when you evolve it, you get the special move is normal rates.
All right. See, I like that because they need ways to reintroduce these 2-year-old Community Day moves back into the game.
Right.
So
and you can make it a Community Day because it's involving Pokemon that are typically
have been
remembered
community days,
as
right?
yeah.
Right.
So you've got all the starters, and like this is how they can introduce like Snivy back. So hey, Snivy was already introduced as a shiny, but like let's give it, a special move, and like I don't know how like the numbers
But
work.
on a community day. No, I know what you're saying. I kind of like that.
But
I think that's...
but also give us like a Hoot. That's a shiny,
You
and like
you want Hoot so bad.
All I'm saying is like that would be a cool idea. Like, and it's two different Pokemon, but realistically, it's one that's highlighted for the shiny and one that's highlighted for the potential like rehash of their move.
All right. Well, but speaking of recycled shinies, is it ever a good thing for an event to feature a recycled shiny? Like, obviously, they could be in the mix. Sinnoh Celebration, there's a bunch of like
not everybody is playing this game. Not everybody has Metagross and Meteor Mash. That's why they're giving it back to us. Not everybody has a shiny Shinx. Not everybody has a shiny Machop. Like we are
my paradigm. Yep.
We are a lucky few
you're right.
because we were able to attend GoFest, and shiny Machamp just happened to be easier to find.
No, you're totally right. I do need to kind of put myself in that headspace more of
you got to think.
Picture.
Remember when they introduced shiny Roselia? That was an event overseas, right? I'm pretty sure it was.
Wasn't it like wasn't it GoFest? It was GoFest, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I thought it was a Safari Zone. I thought it was a Safari Zone. But regardless,
maybe something like that. Yeah.
Regardless, it was overseas. It was somewhere that we couldn't. I mean, obviously we could have like flown there, but like normal people can't get there. So yes, they were in the wild. It's kind of like a Yanma, okay? Like yes, they were in the wild, and yes, you could potentially get one, but not everybody has one. Like that's the thing. Not everybody has all these shinies. Yeah. And I think it is a mistake for us to be having community days that are so long. I appreciate it, but I think 4 hours is like the happy medium. Like 6 hours is super long. 3 hours seems short.
I like 6 hours, but they got to turn the shiny rate down.
Either the shiny rate down or they split it up into 2 times, where like somebody that works in the morning, like they don't have time to play, but like at night they have their, a couple hours at night,
Remember they used to do that with the hemisphere?
Yes.
Northern hemisphere was 11 to 2.
And even if they split it like that, like, 2 hours, from like 11 to 1 and then from like 4 to 6 or something like that. So it's like you got dinner time covered and you got lunchtime covered.
I like the time. I like the 6-hour event. I just think that the amount of shinies you collect is ridiculous, and it totally just fucks the whole economy of shinies up so bad.
Yes, because at the end of the day, everybody's walking away with like hundreds and hundreds of these Pokemon. Right. It's like, but I want to trade one with somebody, and like nobody wants to trade it because they already have a whole bunch.
Yeah. No, but I do think Community Day needs a shot of adrenaline or something. So let us know if you have any ideas. What would you like to see on a Community Day? What do you think it needs to bring that impact back? I remember when Community Days used to be the fucking shit, and now they're just kind of another
keyword
event where
used to be.
Yeah.
But I think
hear a lot
we're
of people say
desensitized by like the spotlight hours, by the raid hours. Like,
yeah.
And I truly feel that. Like, I understand, those are different things we can do during the week, but like just increase raids that appear more frequently in general. Never should there be a moment where, well, no, okay, that doesn't make sense because you need to be able to get into gyms and battle them.
This is a good conversation. I think that it's worth discussing with the community. Let us know what your thoughts are with Community Day. Is it just a new shiny? Is that all it needs? Or do we need to have more? And again, this is, of course, everything is clouded because we can't get together like we used to. That's what made Community Day special. So Niantic has pivoted in so many different ways. I just think something needs to change here with the current situation, the current world situation. I just don't know what it is. But I know it ain't recycled shinies. So that's the starting point. All right, next topic. eggs, and I'm trying to figure out where the community is in regards to eggs. I've given up on eggs years ago. I'm on that single incubator grind. During an event, if there's reduced hatch distance or whatever, that's when I'll go, put more effort or focused effort into eggs. But is the main gripe of the current egg system not knowing what the hatch rate is? And if we knew the hatch rate, would that really change anything? Like, would people say,
I don't know if it would
now
really
that
change anything. But knowing exactly what's in the eggs and the rarity, even if they did stars, like this is 1 rarity, like this is 2, this is 3, this is 5,
right,
like,
not a percentage number.
Yeah, even if they did it like a trading card game, they did common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare. Just give us 4 tiers.
But so let's think of the dino thing, right? Obviously, that wasn't an egg event. It just happened to be hatching from eggs during that event. So dino is a star symbol, the most rare out of all the eggs. So knowing, okay, the blog post is telling me dino is the most rare versus me not knowing that, but in the back of my head figuring dino would be rare. Is a person going to hatch more or less eggs simply because they know the rate? I don't know. I used to think so, but now it's like, I don't know, because people are just going to go after it regardless of how we've seen this. Regardless of how difficult or rare a Pokemon is in eggs, people are still going to go after it. There's still people hatching shitloads of 12K eggs trying to get Sandile. It's like,
I don't have that.
A lot of people don't. You know how many 10Ks I've hatched and I still don't have an Axu? It's fucking killing me, but I've given up on trying to hatch it out of eggs because it's just not worth it to me because the return is bullshit. But I just don't know if knowing that the hatch rates would have as big of an impact as I thought it would, because we know what's rare and what's not. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not thinking like the casual player or the mass market player. I don't know. I just don't know. But I do like the trading card thing, like you said, for distinguishing the rarity levels. That would be a cool way to kind of bring in that kind of brand consistency from a different corner of the franchise. I like that.
Yeah, me too. That's why I suggested it.
Next topic, ticketed events. And my question being, is it the frequency of the events, the cost of the event, or the benefit to the trainer that have kind of brought events to this negative place within the community? Because I think that it's all about the frequency. I don't think people mind paying $7, $8, $11 if it's once per quarter annually, something like that. Versus here's the $7.99 Mr. Mime event right after you bought the $11.99 Kanto event. I think that's what made it painful. And the benefit to the trainer, what I mean by that is, look at Mr. Rhyme. That's the perfect example. People didn't buy it, or they bought it begrudgingly because there wasn't a lot of benefit to the trainer outside of the dex entry. So I don't know. I don't know what, like, where are you at with ticketed events? Like, how do you feel? And again, full disclosure, not, it is what it is. We don't pay for fucking events. We get our shit from Niantic for free. Thank you, Niantic. So it's like, my judgment is clouded. That's why I'm deferring to the community here. I want to know what people think about this. Like, is it just the frequency or is it the actual dollar value? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it has something to do with the dollar value, because you need to be able to see what you get, and knowing that you're just going after, like, you're just getting a Pokemon. And I mean, I know we got, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I know we knew we got items and stuff, and like, it's just, I still feel heavily that we should get something like in our bundle, whatever we're buying. We should be getting like some Pokemon coins to be able to put.
You're so hung up on that. I love it.
Yeah, no, but it's a good idea though. Like, think about it. Like, you spend, okay, I'm gonna spend $7 or $5 on this event. I'm gonna spend $1.
Yeah.
Like, give me 10 Pokecoins. Give me 5 Pokecoins. Just something to make it like the little coin symbols go up, and it's like it just makes you feel something like you're accomplishing something.
Yeah, I think it was Jacket K said it on Twitter. He goes, I don't mind paying for events, but if they were like $3, $4, that would be a little bit more, an easier pill to swallow.
Yes, it's a pack of cards. Like, that's where everybody's mindset. That's where the clicks are at. That's where everybody's mindset's at right now, is a pack of cards. So $4, understandable.
Like obviously the 99-cent tier is like a huge thing in mobile apps. You know what I mean? Like, that's a great price point in mobile apps. It works well. All right, it's $1, but making the leap from $1 to $7.99, I think that might be a very difficult transition. Whereas if they said, okay, you could buy something like a Community Day special research for $1, or you can buy this special research storyline for $4. I think that might be a little bit easier to swallow than say, hey, you could spend $1 this month, or you could spend $8 this month.
Yeah.
I don't know. I now that I'm thinking about it, I think all these things kind of lead to the current perception of ticketed events, but I don't know. It's definitely still a growing concern of the community. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Of course, let us know. We don't have to spend much time on this, but Go Battle League, it's been running really shitty. And I know this is beating a dead horse and beating it while it's already down, but holy shit, there's been some bad issues, and not just like lag where you're getting like the Pokeball spinning and the game isn't moving. Weird shit like things breaking when you switch, double fast moves, charge moves not fire, like weird mechanical things outside of just true lag causing latency.
Yeah, I will say during our entire call for the Zoom call, which was probably like an hour long, I definitely was battling for a good 45 minutes of that. And during those battles, there was a lot of battles where I'm tapping the screen and it's like neither Pokemon's attacking, and it's like it gives you the feeling that they're gonna like they had left already, because it like normally like their trainer stops and their Pokemon stops moving when they
before it fades to black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
they start attacking out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, I don't know what just happened there. And then the last match that I was playing before we ended the call, I'm sitting there, I'm battling, and I'm tapping while talking, and it's like I look down and I'm like, I know for a fact I'm hitting my shield, and even like when I saw my shield pop up, it like didn't let me click it.
Ugh.
So like I missed. I mean, it won me the game because I eventually had 2 shields at the end of it, but it still was like a weird feeling.
Let us know if you're running into issues like, I asked everyone that was on the call tonight, hey, how's GBL? And some were like, it's running like shit, and some were like, it's perfect. So
it's the best it's ever been.
All right, final random topic here, Adam. Candy XL. Have you even spent any Candy XL yet? I haven't spent a single one.
So I have 1 rare candy XL, but
right, from hitting level 41.
The only XL candy that I have spent is on Delibird to get it to level 50.
Okay, you're allowed. That's fine.
Which is fair. And I've even transferred a whole bunch of candies in order to get extra large candies in order to do this, because I didn't know when I was going to be able to trade. I didn't know when I was going to be able to, I just wanted it now, and that's the price you pay.
So they did add the ability to get Candy XL from feeding gym defenders, which is phenomenal. That's awesome. That's definitely good stuff. And Roberto from Sylph Road, who we communicate with all the time, was telling me that Sylph scientists are researching what the odds are of getting a Candy XL from feeding a berry at a gym. And it's super fucking rare. The data isn't in yet. But even getting a regular candy for a Pokemon, I think is something like 1 in 80 times. 1 in 80 berries will get you that. So I put like an open post up in the creator group, and like Alfindiol was like, yeah, I got one. So I mean, people are getting them, but it's super rare. I think there was something in the code that was found that Candy XL will be able to be earned from walking your Pokemon. And that's huge. That's a big one. Like we need more ways to get Candy XL. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, hey, just from normally playing and catching random Pokemon and trading and doing this and that, in 3 or 4 months from now, we're going to have shit tons of Candy XL. And it won't be a problem. I think it's only a problem now because it's taking us a while to build up a surplus.
Yeah, and it's like all the Pokemon that they're, giving to us like in seasons and throughout the raids and stuff, which is why it's important to go out and raid, is because like you can't get those Pokemon right now. So there's a ton of Pokemon like Sableye. Like Halloween happened and then we just got the XL. So it's like I don't have any Sableye XL candy, so I can't pump that into something.
Right.
And then it's like now that the holiday event's over, Vanillish or whatever, it's like I can't pump any of those into my 100%, so I only got a few.
Yeah.
It's just like, what do you do?
But that's why spotlight hours are so awesome. Community days are so awesome. Like, Snover, I think I have 250 XL candy or Candy XL. So I'm done. I'll be able to power one up. But like Machop, I'm going to go so crazy on Community Day because I want to get so much Candy XL. Like, I just think there's got to be, and they're going to tweak this, I'm sure. But I just think that Candy XL needs to be a little bit more accessible right now. Especially if in GBL, like they took away like Master League Classic. Now it's just like open season. Like, use your fucking big ass Pokemon. Your shit gets rocked if you're going up against, level 50 Pokemon and you have level 40. So I don't know. All good conversations. Let us know your thoughts on any of these topics. You can email us info@luredup.com. You can leave us a voicemail 732-835-8639. You can leave us text, picture, video, all that. And of course, connect with us on social. Definitely want to hear what you think about these topics because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. The community is buzzing. And I think the overall sentiment of the trainers out there, at least on Twitter and Reddit, is not that positive. So we need to do our part as trainers to compile our feedback here and share it through the right channels. And I think it's very important that we at least start with a conversation and then extrapolate all the important stuff out of that and get that up to Niantic. And, we're fortunate enough to have a direct line to Niantic. So we want to hear from you so that way I can gather that info and share it straight up to Niantic, and they appreciate that, and they monitor that and look at it every single day. So let us know what you think about all these topics, especially eggs and Community Day. I think those are the big ones right now with that Niantic is concerned with, because I think both of those systems really need something to happen because people are just not fucking happy at all. But Adam, I think we did it. That was a show. Went a little long.
Yeah, that's okay though. We had some good discussions.
Yeah. Good stuff. But everyone, thank you so much for checking us out. We appreciate it, especially if you've made it this long. Check out luredup.com for everything we have going on with the show. PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on with the network. And Adam, I believe that's it. Is that it?
That's it.
Keep training trainers. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.